Hi, if you watch this video till the end, you will get to know actually what benefits one person has received clinically, as well as the several other kinds of benefits which are not clinical. That is what is the objective of this video. If you are new to this channel and watching this video for the first time, let me tell you that I am doing a 3-segment course on raw food diet fundamentals, which will cover the philosophy of raw food diet, the raw food recipe concepts, and the ingredients significance one by one. I have already done about 10 videos on the philosophy. I've got a few more to go, and then we will be done on the philosophy, after which I will move on to the recipe concepts, how recipes are made in raw food, and then of course the third category on the specific benefits of each ingredient. So let's get on to this video for now, the subject for today. The benefits I have received through the raw food diet is twofold. First is the clinical benefits that I have received. The second is the non-clinical benefits I have received. I actually consider the non-clinical benefits to be bigger and more important for me than the clinical ones. While most of the people are initially concerned about the clinical ones, let us go through what clinical benefits I have received. I will try to show some pictures of how I used to look earlier versus more recently. So you will get to know I was actually a little fat person, not really literally obese, but then a little fat person, and I had difficulty carrying around my body with a little paunch. So actually speaking, from a numbers point of view, because seeing is believing, right? So let me show you with numbers what benefits I have received. Here is a spreadsheet that I maintain of my lab results. I have been maintaining this on and off, but definitely the period that is required is covered in this. You will see that the weight has reduced from 72 kgs in 2016 to 61 in 2018. This is shortly after I have shifted to raw food diet. The biggest benefit, the fastest benefit that I have seen is actually on the weight, losing about 11 kgs or 23 pounds. Then diabetes was a big issue for me. I used to have a HbA1c of 9.3, which was quite high, and over a period of time it has reduced to 6.9. Quite quickly I was able to reduce it to 7.8 soon after I moved over to raw food diet. As per the latest guidelines of the American Diabetic Association, the target for HbA1c should be less than 7, and I am at 6.9, as old as very recently, about 3 months back. Similarly, fasting sugars and then random sugars and triglycerides, this was a big one. It used to be 296, almost 300, and it has come to 144, which is like about 50% of what it used to be. My elder brother is a doctor, and he was quite worried of me when I did the treadmill test and I had failed on that. And looking at the numbers at the time, he had very strongly recommended that I go for an angiogram and potentially for an angioplasty or a bypass, whatever could be required at the point of time. But I was always against taking medicines or surgeries, and I said let me try something more natural. And luckily soon after that I got into this raw food diet. How I got into it is not as a part of this video. That is something I've covered in my previous videos already. But you will see I did not have to go through the course of angiogram. You will notice that the total cholesterol is still a bit high than the normal, and I have read quite a bit about this, and I have understood that some cholesterol, I think it is the LDL, which will be higher if you are following diet which is considering of a large quantity of natural fats, predominantly fruits and dry foods. Since I consume quite a bit of these, therefore my cholesterol happens to be a little higher, and they said this is actually a good thing to have, and I can feel anyway quite good, in terms of my overall day-to-day activities. So this is something I have been benefited in a big way. I don't have to take any more medicines on cholesterol. The cholesterol medicines were horrible when I tried. The rest of the factors like hemoglobin, RBC and all these things were always green, protein, blood urea, I didn't have a thyroid issue luckily, so creatinine was good, everything was good. And since I do not consume large quantity or regular quantities of sodium salt in my raw food diet, I am like 99.99%. I don't take much salt. It's only a pinch of salt that I use, and that too occasionally, not on a daily basis. So I want to make sure that I have right quantities of minerals, which is basically sodium, potassium, chloride. So I do this lab test regularly done, and you will notice that this is all green. So if someone is of an opinion that if you are not taking salt, then your sodium levels could go down, I think I am an example to confirm to you that yes, that doesn't happen at all. As long as you are consuming decent quantities of vegetables and fruits, I don't think you will go down on sodium levels or potassium levels. You can be rest assured. I am a living evidence of this, as you can see from this. Now the second benefit I have received is actually bigger than this. Since I have reduced my weight, I got my paunch down completely, and then I became slimmer. I have reduced my dress sizes from a large to small, depending on the brand. Sometimes it is medium. So the whole body started feeling lighter, and I have been looking slimmer and then more handsome to my eyes. My eyes, right? Of course, a lot of people have complimented. So when you are having a better body, even though I am at an age I am not looking for any dating, still everyone wants to look beautiful and handsome, and I am no exception. So when I started looking better, I was happier, let's put it that way. And changing clothes and investing some money in clothes was actually a positive experience for me. I was happy to spend that money rather than on medicines. The other thing that has happened is it has led to an overall happiness. Incidentally, not related to raw food diet perhaps, is I became interested in minimalism, a concept which says that you want to have only those things which you enjoy quite a bit. Whether it is a very expensive item or it is not an expensive item, it doesn't matter. But if you are having only those items which you enjoy a lot and keep it to the bare minimum, then this is something which will give you more happiness than having too many things. So I became interested in this concept. We will not go into minimalism more than that now. And because of this, or in relation to this, I also became interested in organizing things better, which will look cleaner and neater. And I started following the Marie Kondo system of organizing things and getting rid of things. It's a beautiful system. If you are interested, you can look at her systems. One led to the other, and my life had become a lot more simpler, more focused. And that's where it started giving me more happiness. It's a very odd thing. In my 59 years of life, There has never been any period more happier than this 3 years. It's a frank, honest statement. I do not think in the last 3 years since I got into the raw food diet, there has been one single day that I was particularly unhappy or stressed out for anything. It never happened. Yes, I had issues in office and on personal front, but then I never lost temper and I never lost my happiness level. I have been consistently happy, and I think it is actually this consistent happiness for 3 months which has led to my stress levels going down and my hypertension becoming normal. It was the hypertension which has took me the longest time to come back to normal, and I relate it to how happy you are, which is inversely proportional to how stressed out you are. So that is the second benefit I have received, and I consider being happy is much bigger, much more important than clinically how much benefit it has given to me. It's not so much about what the lab results might say. The science is changing day by day. What they say was not good yesterday, they say it is good today. The limits for HbA1c which were given by the American Diabetic Association at one point of time are different from what today.